Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the Yukon Huskies. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on last year's national champion, the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The hand to the running back. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And the Rainbow Warriors are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off play action. Got his man quickly. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air on 2nd down. Hauls it in. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The give to the back. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. He caught it. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. And wings it incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Rainbow Warriors trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Warriors!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
UConn 0.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Wood. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UConn going back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Gentry. Here's the pressure. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Handoff from the gun. Jukes his way for more. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Rainbow Warriors with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying the left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
Back to the ground game on the left. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Touchdown, Hawaii.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
I tell you what, as a quarterback, you got to have a short memory. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be asked to do a lot, and he throws his first career interception. If I'm the coach on the sideline, listen, I'm bringing him over. This ain't going to be your last, big fella. Like, you're going to make mistakes. It's okay. Put it behind you. Next play.
Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. It's a reverse. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And, RD, I love creative offensive coordinators. They don't just split a guy out wide that has game-breaking speed nowadays. Now they shift him, they motion, they put him all over the place. They put him in motion and give him the football. Just find ways to get your playmakers the football and get the football to him in space where he can do damage like he did on this play.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Gentry. Got the back over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them, because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets it past the marker. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Got room on the return. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Hawaii. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by 10 over Mississippi State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
He wants to take the top off. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Rainbow Warriors will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Warriors.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
42, UConn, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UConn offense goes back to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll run the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
To the ground with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Looking to pass. It's Gentry. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Jet sweep to the receiver. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. They'll try the run. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To throw, it's Gentry. He's got the back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Back to pass on second down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
It's complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. On the run, fires downfield. It's caught downfield. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Yeah, and you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Husky.
Let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Toss to the left. Running to Green. He has the 1st and still on his feet. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27.
Here we go, here we go.
They're going to ride this running back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Rainbow Warriors can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
At the 17-yard line. That's a 1st down for the offense.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room.
22 water, 22 water.
The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the closing moments of the 1st half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. Nestled just inside that right upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Rainbow Warriors will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UConn going back to work on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
The Huskies want to crank the tempo. Pressure coming. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Offense, quick tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He'll pull it down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Power football with the run. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the tight end. Running back searching for a hole. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On target over the middle. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great.
Turning it on. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man on the outside. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yulman Stadium. They're up by 7 over Mississippi State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the handoff. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20. UConn quick to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Quick tempo here for the offense. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
This UConn offense really has it going.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Quick completion on the out. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably...
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Wants to throw. It's Gentry. Here comes the heat. Catch in the middle. It's Jennings. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've put together a pretty good drive, but this 8th play brings up a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Under fire. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
Give to the single back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The handoff as they run the counter play here.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the running back. The quick feet, the acceleration, the vision, and he works his way to the 44.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This kicker bragged that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. And he flushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UConn offense goes back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Going over the top. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, this They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Huskies look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw, it's Gentry. That's caught. It's LeBoy. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing...
There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. UConn quick to the line. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Gets the back moving. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got him downfield. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party gift. A late touchdown.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
The Hawaii offense returns to the field. They want that clock to run. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short.
27, jump! Kill.
Wide receiver going in motion. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play.
Here we go.
The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the 4th quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.